Well, hello everybody. I'm gonna actually try to make this short, sweet, and probably the last video that I talk about my miscarriage because it's gone on far too long. I think I've had like three videos, I think. So what happened was we are on the 6th, I believe, and that's when my uncle passed away, unfortunately. So during the week, I'm sorry, during that day, I started bleeding a little heavily, but it wasn't like there wasn't any clots. So I was kind of in the clear because before that, I was having spotting, a little bit of spotting here and there, nothing too serious. And then around Thursday, I started seeing little clots, like little tiny pin drops, like clots. And again, that's not anything super serious from what I was told. And then Saturday, I had bigger clots, and that's when I was like, yeah, I'm definitely miscarrying. This is just a confirmation that I was miscarrying. So and in my last video I did tell you why I wasn't going to the doctor, to the hospital. So after that, I was kind of a little distraught. It was like Saturday afternoon, and I was just like, you know what? If it happens, it is what it is. I can't take the pain no more. I've been crying this whole entire time, and not because of my uncle, but because of the miscarriage. I'm trying to conceive for 6 years. I've had 5 miscarriages. Well, at that point it was like, in my mind, 4 miscarriages going on 5, and it's very hard. It's very hard. And I felt like it was just unfair, you know what I mean? And I still feel to this day that it is unfair. And the messed up part is that I've been watching this TV show, and I want to name my child that particular name, and throughout the whole entire time, like, my daughter has been like talking about the TV show. She loves the TV show. It's really sad. And I hear other people talking about it. It's. And during that time, they had a little break on the TV show. So, I don't know, it was just like during the time of my miscarriages, during the time of my miscarriage, I'm having to basically figure out what to do, like, because my TV show wasn't on, and we basically are in a pandemic where I have to stay home. I can't coupon, just to keep my mind off of it. Nothing. I can't do anything. Sunday rolls around, and then I start getting the pains. Like, I start getting really bad cramping. My lower back starts to bother me. And for some reason, one side of my neck feels like it's strained. Like, I don't know what it's a tendon. I don't know what it is, but that little, it feels like a cord right on the side of your neck. Yeah, that felt like it was just strained, and I couldn't move my neck for some reason. So it was just like I couldn't sleep on that side. It was just so painful all around my body. And I had the neck pain for 3 days, and I just had like the pains in my stomach area for a few days. And I was just clotting and bleeding and clotting and bleeding, and it was just nonstop for, God, I would say 2 months. It was just 2 months of clotting, bleeding, clotting, bleeding. And I went to the doctor and we didn't see anything. There was only little remnants of a pregnancy, but other than that, he was just like, your HCG levels, they're going down, but they're going down very slow. So that's probably the reason why the bleeding and all this stuff. And it was probably because the leftover stuff, just let it just go on its own. And I did. And it was frustrating because it was just so long. Like, it made me feel like I was just being held back by a pregnancy that I wanted, but at the same time, it's a burden. I mean, I wanted that pregnancy. I wanted it to stick, but it just became more of a hassle than anything. Again, I was brokenhearted and I couldn't do anything to keep my mind occupied. The only thing I was able to do was just homeschool my daughter. And I'm sorry, but that is not good enough. Because then after homeschool, then I have the thoughts creep into my head that I couldn't give her a sibling, that I couldn't do what she wanted, that I couldn't do what she wished. Because she told me many times, oh, mommy, I want a brother, I want a sister. She's like, at this point, I don't care what it is. And I honestly never thought that secondary infertility would hit me. I didn't even know what it was, to be honest. I didn't know that it was real until it happened to me. I thought that if you can have a baby and you actually had a baby, that you could have another one and another one and another one. I never understood why people just stopped at one, and just some people can't have another one. And then you see other people with 7, 8 kids. It's heartbreaking. I was on Facebook the other day and lo and behold, like, this girl posts up her, I'm pregnant. And I was like, I looked at my Facebook and I turned it off and I said, well, she's pregnant again. Isn't this like the 8th time? And I try to keep a smile on my face and I try to say congratulations, and I try to be there somewhat for other people and what have you. And I couldn't do it that time. It was like, I just ended my miscarriage and now I have to see this girl posting up, I'm pregnant for the 8th time. And I'm not joking, for the 8th time. And she has 7 kids, so. I hate sounding like a miserable old wench that's just unhappy about her life. I am very blessed to have my daughter. I just feel like I keep trying and trying and trying and trying and trying at one thing, and I'm not succeeding. It's the basic thing of just having a child, and I can't even do that. And the saddest part is that, like, with the other ones, I didn't know exactly when I was supposed to have the baby, but at that point, I knew that it was in November, or it should have been in November. And now I'm going to go into November very sad. And I'm closing the book on this miscarriage. Well, not really closing the book, but turning the chapter, I guess I could say, on this miscarriage, and just try to not look back. Hope for the best on my next pregnancy. But other than that, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to put it in the comment section below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to know more about the things I talk about, feel free to subscribe. Next week, I'm going to be going back onto my other story time I did not finish about my mother. And hopefully, I'll have luck in future pregnancies. Hopefully. Now, I'm going to go grab some coffee. And thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.